So in this session, we are going to see some basic concepts regarding cell biology, molecular biology, and some genetic information. So we start from the concept of cell. As we know, cell is the basis of all living things. It is the primary building block of any organism, and we also know that it is the smallest single unit of a life. So, the concept of cell biology and molecular biology are different as far as the functions that these two areas deal with. Cell biology or cellular biology or cytology, actually it stands for the study of cells and the functioning of the subcellular particles in a cell, how they interact with each other, how the cell signaling is happening. So all these things are dealt by cell biology, whereas molecular biology concentrates largely on the functions that happen at molecular level of any organism. So in the case of molecular biology, it deals with the nucleic acids, that is RNA, DNA, and the functioning of proteins, and the nucleotide sequences of these nucleic acids and proteins are dealt by the concept of molecular biology. So, cell biology is actually concerned itself with how these molecules are used by the cell, how to survive for an organism, for the reproduction, and for carrying out normal cell functions. So, these are the basic concepts of a cell. Now, cell is actually organized into a lot of compartments. They are called subcellular particles, or they are even known as organelles. So, they are all specialized compartments in a cell. And these compartments or these organelles are surrounded by separate membranes depending upon the type of the cell, either eukaryotic or prokaryotic. As far as bioinformatics is been concerned, we are very interested in a special organelle called the nucleus, which actually contains the genetic information which is needed for the protein formation as well as cell growth and reproduction. So, starting from the history of cell, as we know, the first cell was viewed by Robert Hooke in 1665 under a microscope, and it was actually a dead cell of cork. After a decade, Anton von Leeuwenhoek in 1674, he viewed the first living cell, and that living cell was that of an algae. After many years, in 1838, Schleiden and Schwann formulated the cell theory, the concept of cell theory. And even after years, actually the cell division was introduced by Rudolf Virchow. So in the first cell theory, cell division was not included. This is the history of the concept of cell. Cells are being classified into two depending upon the structure and functioning. They are known as prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells are found in single-celled organisms, and speciality of prokaryotic cells are there is no clearly defined nucleus in such cells. Examples are bacteria, archaea, etc. Whereas in eukaryotic cells, they are found in multicellular organisms. There is a clearly defined nuclear membrane nucleus present in eukaryotic cells. And examples of eukaryotic cells include plants, animal, fungi, etc. Here we can see the structure of different types of cells. As we have seen in the previous slide, the cell is been clearly divided, classified as eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Here we can see the structure of prokaryotic cell, also single celled or found in single celled organism. As we can see, it is being defined with the clearly flagella, which actually helps it to move. The movement is being controlled by the flagella, and there is no clearly defined nucleus in bacteria cell or prokaryotic cells. There is a cell wall and plasma membrane and other organelles, but many organelles found in eukaryotic cells are absent in prokaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells, if you consider it again been there are lot of differences between plant cells and animal cells. As we here see the structure, many of the organelles are found in both the cells, animal cells as well as plant cells, like cytoplasm, Golgi, chromosomes, nucleus, nucleolus, etc. But some organelles are absent or present in animal cells or plant cells. As we can see here, chloroplast is present in a plant cell, but it is absent in animal cell. Similarly, cell wall is not present. Instead of cell wall, we have cell membrane in animal cell. So similarly, there are some differences in the structure and in terms of the organelles present between the animal cell and the plant cell. So here we see the structure of animal cell, plant cell, and prokaryotic cells. As we see the processes that happen inside a cell, it has been divided as cell metabolism, cell communication and signaling, and the operations associated with the cell cycle. So cell metabolism helps for the production of energy for the cell, whereas cell communication is to process information gained from the environment and to respond accordingly inside an organism has been done by cell signaling method. Cell cycle happens as far as we see that the cell division has been defined after a few years after the cell theory was formulated. So cell cycle has a certain period for the cell growth, and after the cell growth is completed, cell is been divided into new cells. Before that, DNA inside the cell nucleus is been replicated, and finally it leads to the cell division of the present cell. Now the new concept in gene was coined in 1909 by Jonassen. So bioinformatics actually is depending upon the information possessed by the gene and the how this information is being handled by the molecular biology. So gene is the unit of hereditary information and is being present in the chromosome inside the nucleus. So every gene has a particular position which is being termed as a locus. So the particular locus of every gene is very important. Now the nucleotides either present in DNA or RNA, it is coding for the protein. For example, in a eukaryotic cell, DNA is being coding for RNA, and from RNA the protein is being prepared. Whereas viral cells, actually RNA is coding for the protein, there is no DNA present. So in addition to the DNA present in the nucleus or in the RNA, there is something called mitochondrial DNA and chloroplast DNA present in a minute amount in some cells. Genes, distinct genes are also present in this particular DNA. And genes are actually used for the information for coding the protein synthesis. and each gene has a special job to do, and DNA in gene spells out a specific instruction for making the protein. And the number of genes present in organism, they vary from organism to organism. For example, like in human genome, it actually you have around 20 to 25,000 genes are being classified, and in E. coli we have only 5,416 genes, whereas in the first plant, which was where the genomic sequence was recovered, Arabidopsis thaliana, it has only 25,500 genes. So the number of genes in the genome of any organism vary, as we see in these examples. Here we can see the DNA, the genetic information structure is been present, displayed over here. Like we have introns and exons, where after splicing from the RNA, the introns are eliminated and exons are put together and termed as microRNA, and this is been translated into the particular amino acid chain called the protein sequence. And protein sequence actually the first time when it is formulated, it is actually represented as a single nucleotide sequence, and it is been changed its representation to two-dimensional, three-dimensional for before it start functioning. There are several terms associated with the genome. As we see that gene is actually the coding region of DNA, and another term called genome represents the entire genetic material of any organism. It includes both, as we see in the previous PPT, it includes both coding region and non-coding region of any DNA. And as we have seen, a small amount of mitochondrial DNA as well as chloroplast DNA put together is the genome of every organism. And study of genomics is called study of genomes is called the genomics. And another term called genetics represents the study of genes. So study of genomes is genomics and study of genes is genetics. They are two different area of studies concerned with genes. As we see, the nucleic acids are the most important biomolecule present in cell. They are used to create and encode the function of any cell, basic function of any cell, and they are used to store information for every living cell. And actually nucleic acids are naturally occurring chemical compound which has its own structure, and they are broken down to yield phosphoric acid, sugars, and a mixture of organic bases, and these organic bases are termed as purines and pyrimidines. So any nucleic acid are being formulated from these three elements: the backbone, which are formed by the phosphoric acid and sugars, and the bases formed by purines and pyrimidines put together are termed as nucleic acids. The genetic information are carried out by these nucleic acids. So they are the main information carrying molecules of any cell, and they are used for protein synthesis. So the information, genetic information present in the cell of any nucleus will be carried out of the cell nucleus in terms of the microRNA, and it is been reached in the ribosome where the protein synthesis happens. And how the protein is formulated has been determined by the information present in the genetic material DNA of any cell. There are two main classifications of nucleic acids called DNA and RNA. Deoxyribonucleic acid has been termed as DNA and ribonucleic acid is been termed as RNA. RNA are of three types: messenger RNA, transfer RNA and ribosomal RNA. Each RNA has its own functionality for protein synthesis. DNA is the master blueprint of the genetic information, and for any living organism or any viruses, both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, genetic information is very much necessary. And in eukaryotic cells, DNA is the blueprint for the genetic material, whereas certain viruses, instead of DNA, RNA acts as the genetic material. Nucleic acids nucleotides form the nucleic acids. Nucleic acids are actually polynucleotides. Many nucleotides combine together to form the nucleic acids. So nucleotides are long chain-like molecules. They are composed of almost identical building blocks, and each nucleotide they have three components: a nitrogen-based nitrogen-containing aromatic base, and the backbone is composed of the sugar particle as well as the phosphate group. So the pentose 5-carbon sugar plus the phosphate group form the backbone structure of the nucleotide, whereas the nitrogen bases form the represent the genetic information. Each nucleotide there are different 5 possible bases. In DNA, 4 and another set of 4 nitrogen bases present in RNA, whereas adenine, guanine, cytosine are common in both RNA and DNA, whereas thymine is present in DNA, and uracil, instead of thymine, uracil is present in RNA. So these bases are being classified as purines and pyrimidines. Adenine and guanine are termed as purines. Cytosine, thymine and uracil are called pyrimidines. So first 4 bases, adenine, guanine, cytosine and thymine, are present in DNA. Adenine, guanine, cytosine and uracil are present in RNA. So we have seen the basic concepts of cell, the different structures of cells in different organisms, how the genetic information is stored in the cell nucleus, what are the different classifications of nucleic acids, and what is the importance of these nucleotides. So these are the concepts that we have seen here.